Hey guys, this is the location of Nirvana's first ever concert as Nirvana, the former Community World Theater in Tacoma, Washington. Today it functions as a church, but from parts of 1987 to parts of 1988, it was the Community World Theater, a very important concert venue in the story of Nirvana. The first time the band performed at the Community World Theater was on April 18, 1987. As a matter of fact, that concert was Nirvana's second concert ever. It happened about 5 weeks after the band's first ever concert on March 7, 1987. I made a video about Nirvana's first ever concert. If you want to see that video, it's linked in the description box below. The first time they performed here under the name Nirvana was on March 19, 1988. Other names Nirvana has used up to this point in time included Fecal, Bliss, Ted Fred, and Skid Row. The band's lineup in early '88 consisted of Kurt Cobain and Chris Novoselic, with Dale Crover as a temporary drummer. Dale had actually been in the band since late '87, but it was always understood that his place in the band was only temporary until Kurt and Chris could find a permanent replacement for Aaron Burkhardt. By early 1988, Dale's other band, the Melvins, was scheduled to move to California, and so the band were now under pressure to find a permanent drummer. In March of 1988, they placed a Musicians Wanted ad for a drummer in The Rocket, a former Seattle-based biweekly newspaper focused on local music in the Pacific Northwest, but it didn't pan out. Dale Crover recommended that Dave Foster, another drummer from Aberdeen, take his place in the band, and with that recommendation, Dave Foster became the new drummer in Nirvana. Dave Foster was the drummer in the band during the March 19, 1988 show at the Community World Theater, meaning that Nirvana's lineup at their first ever show as Nirvana was Kurt Cobain, Chris Novoselic, and Dave Foster. And this show cost only $5, which is kind of cool to think that the first ever concert the band performed at as Nirvana only cost $5. The following is a quote from Jillian G. Gar's Nirvana biography, Entertain Us, The Rise of Nirvana. Quote, Kurt had likely been thinking of the name Nirvana for some time. Not only was it used in the Rocket ad, it also appears in the song Paper Cuts when he sings the word several times. Asked about the name choice later, he told the fanzine, Matt Lukin's Legs, "We needed something rough that would still let the babes know we are eager to please." A later explanation given to Submerge was more down to earth. There's no reason at all, it just sounded nice. End quote. As mentioned, the Community World Theater is an important venue in the history of Nirvana. It's a venue the band performed at multiple times in the early days, and is one of the places they began to hone their skills as a live act. In total, Nirvana played at the Community World Theater 6 times. The sixth and final performance at the Community World Theater was the March 19, 1988 show with Dave Foster as the drummer. Interestingly, Nirvana actually had a concert at the Community World Theater the same day they had their first ever studio recording session. On January 23, 1988, Nirvana recorded 10 songs with producer Jack Endino in Seattle at Reciprocal Recordings. Nirvana's lineup during this recording featured Dale Crover on drums. As a matter of fact, Jack Endino's band Skinyard had actually played with Dale's band the Melvins on multiple occasions. Dale's connection to Nirvana is largely why Jack Endino agreed to record Nirvana in the first place. Mind you, Nirvana was not yet known as Nirvana at the time of this recording. That night, on January 23, 1988, when they performed at the Community World Theater, they performed under the name Ted Fred. The songs they played at the Community World Theater show on January 23rd were the exact same songs they had just recorded at Reciprocal Recordings earlier that day, in the exact same order. Those songs are If You Must, Downer, Floyd the Barber, Paper Cuts, Spank Through, Hairspray Queen, Arrow Zeppelin, Beeswax, Mexican Seafood, and Pencap Chew. Additionally, the band also played Ranchola and a cover of Zeppelin's Moby Dick at the Community World Theater performance that night as well. It should be noted, by the way, that each time Nirvana performed at the Community World Theater, other bands performed there the same night. So in other words, there was never a night at the Community World Theater where it was just Nirvana performing. There were also other artists on the bill each time as well. All in all, the Community World Theater is a very important location in terms of the history of Nirvana. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like what you see, make sure to subscribe for more. All the videos on this channel are original. I'm the one conducting all the interviews and editing all the videos together, so if you guys like what you see and you want to support, the best way to do so is honestly just to subscribe. Lots more to come.